What's up guys, welcome back. So literally a few minutes ago, Hi-Res Stealth revealed a bunch of new stuff for the jungle camps and bosses for Season 5, and you guys asked me to do some more Season 5 coverage and stuff, so I thought I'd just do a quick video like showcasing the new stuff and my thoughts on it, so let's get into it. So first up, they've revealed the blue buff. The new design I think looks really good, like it's much more like thematic and fitting for a mana buff, like the camp looks more like magical with the trees and waterfall and stuff like that. This is true with all of the camps actually, they have like a much more defined aesthetic that portray what they are a bit more. Also, it looks like the blue buff is no longer going to be ranged since they're wielding what looks like spears, or like polearms rather than staffs, which I kinda like, but it's possible they could still be ranged. Onto the red buff. They brought the Manticore back for the red buff, finally. He's been demoted a bit to just a buff camp, but it's still awesome to see him back in the game. We'll get to see a few animations and things, because this one's a video, including the new buff drop animations, which look really awesome. They also portray how the buff isn't like immediately able to be picked up, like it actually makes visual sense now that you can't pick up the buff immediately, but they did make it drop a bit faster as well, which is nice. We also get a pretty good look at this side of the jungle here, like off to the side in the top right as well. Onto the Gold Fury. The Gold Fury really needed a remodel, and I think they've done a good job with it here. It's supposedly meant to be modelled more closely after a Fury from mythology, rather than just like a golden version of the Harpies that we had. It looks like way more ominous and actually challenging to fight, like I don't want to steal her gold, man, she'll fuck me up. The Gold Fury pit looks really awesome as well, like it's much more themed to the new style of the map and like the new Gold Fury in general. And it's really good to see that she actually looks like a scary enemy to fight now rather than like this trivial kind of thing that she looked like before. The changes to oracles are pretty similar to the ones to the Gold Fury in that they no longer just look like gold painted mid camps. They actually have like their own aesthetic now, which fits with them being separated from the Gold Fury. Once again, like similar to the Gold Fury, they actually look like a challenge to fight and seem quite ominous, which should add to the feel of the more like scary jungle that they're going for in Season 5. Now onto the Pyromancer. They finally renamed the shitty portal demon to something actually cool. Like seriously, I don't know which genius came up with the name fucking Portal Demon, but it was shit. The replacement for it, the Pyromancer, actually has like its own identity now with some actual decoration around its lair of sorts that it kind of has. It looks a lot like a scaled down version of the new Fire Giant pit with like the volcanoes and the rocks and stuff, which we'll get into in a minute. The Pyromancer also has a different effect to the current Portal Demon. Instead of just teleporting straight to the Fire Giant pit, it applies like a blessing to your fountain, which gives you a speed boost on the way out of base similar to Swiftwing. This can be used in like a wider variety of ways rather than just TPing straight to the Fire Giant pit, which sounds like it could be really cool to develop some new strategies around that. And finally, the Fire Giant. The new Fire Giant pit looks really awesome. It's full of like mini volcanoes and lava everywhere with like runes and stones and stuff. Not to mention the new model for the Fire Giant, like it's supposedly based off Surtur, if I'm pronouncing that right, I'm probably not, from Norse mythology, who's associated with like fire and Ragnarok. They've also removed the piss annoying lava pool attack that the Fire Giant has currently and replaced it with two new special attacks that we're going to find out later on down the line. Overall, all of this new stuff looks really amazing, to be honest. Like, if the rest of the map is this detailed and thoughtful and like lore inspired, then the new map is sure to impress people and hopefully bring some people back to the game mode. All of the camps and especially the bosses really feel like they have some personality now and aren't just kind of there like they are currently. They all have like their own uniqueness, which adds to the immersion of the map. But anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more Season 5 news as it becomes available, of course, but that's about it. Peace out, nerds.